Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we're reacting to the Spiel des Jahres 2024 nominees. And yeah, I guess I didn't know, but apparently I heard someone say that usually these get announced in May, so it's a little bit later than normal, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I figured it was coming up here any time now. Um,
Yes.
and yeah, we're gonna talk about what we know of these nominees. I think we did one of these videos last year, so if you guys want to check that out and see how bad of takes we had on what games we're gonna win, what games we're gonna lose. I don't know. Did either of us get any of them right?
I don't know. We have last year's winners open here. And it was Dorf Romantic and Challengers ended up taking the two bigger categories. For Game of the Year, I know that we liked Next Station London. I think that's the only one we had played.
Hmm.
But I think we also knew that Dorf Romantic was maybe a big hitter for that award. I forget exactly what we took. So you guys probably know more, as you probably immediately clicked in the description to go watch that previous video.
Or
Uh,
watch it after this one.
yes. And then Connoisseur Game of the Year. We definitely loved Planet Unknown. I don't know if we were able to go against that to pick anything else, but uh,
Yeah, especially since I think at the time Two Challengers was maybe up there kind of with Dorf Romantic as being kind of a more popular game at the time, but I think we'd
it's very,
also I don't think we'd played it at the time, but I think
mm,
we thought it was light or so we
yeah,
didn't
very
think
light.
that it fit there.
Especially for, yeah, I think it fit much better in the Game of the Year section. And we will see if there's any of that
This
maybe
year.
bad categorization this year.
Yes.
And I will immediately say, yes, there is horrible categories here. Shy
I
team.
100% agree immediately right off the bat.
I'm like, okay, so, well, the three nominees, let's just get it. They're good games. We're not saying anything bad about the games. We just
Oh,
think
I
that
did not know this one was Palomore. Huh?
I was thinking we just played three games right before filming this of Captain Flip on Board
On
Game
Board Game
Arena.
Arena.
Yep. So go check it out there.
Let
Um,
us know if you want us to do like a playthrough review of Board Game Arena implementation on that one. We can do that.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I was thinking, I'm like, it's kind of making me think a little bit of Libertalia with the different roles for the people on your pirate ship. So I was like, oh, it's a Libertalia killer. I was just lightheartedly thinking, but then seeing it's Paul Amorium, maybe that's a theme that he really likes.
it
Uh,
must be. It must be. I didn't realize that was him.
but yeah, so we got Captain Flip, which is, I guess we can explain. So Captain Flip in the Footsteps of Darwin and Sky Team. Captain Flip, you're very simple. You pick up a tile randomly, and there are different characters with different effects to gain coinage. So this
Mhm.
one wants to be on the top of a stack or a column at the end of the game to get 4 points. This one will get you a coin immediately and flip an adjacent tile upside down. Double-sided tiles, so when you draw it, you need to decide if you want to take the face-up one or flip it to its opposite side, which you don't know what that's going to be. And then you
Mhm.
place it in your ship and essentially want to fill columns to get to the top and gain those extra points. This one's very simple. I think this one definitely
Mhm.
does fit into the category of the general audience Spiel des Jahres category. We picked it up so quickly and played it so quickly too.
I agree 100%. I think this one is what that's all about, and especially now. Maybe when it first started, it might have been a little bit more than this, but definitely now,
Yeah.
I think this one definitely feels like that family weight game and one of those where, yeah, you can push your luck of trying to get maybe a better character, flipping it over and hoping for the best sometimes. And um, but there is definitely that luck factor as well. Uh, like in our games, there's this one cartographer that gives you a map, and if
Yeah.
you hold the map at the end of your turn, you get a coin. And for two of our games, the map like barely ever moved.
Yep. So the first person to
Almost
get
all
it
three of them,
gets
honestly.
held it for like 9 turns and pretty much got free 10 points.
Right.
But yeah, that one's a good one. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. In the Footsteps of Darwin is another one. The only of these three that isn't on Board Game Arena, sadly. Otherwise, we probably would have tried it. And this one is similar, I think. You have a board where you're placing out tiles and you choose them by moving the ship around. So if it's here, you choose whether you want the first tile down, the second tile down, the third one, and how far down you go to choose the tile determines how far along the outside the ship moves for then the next player to draft their tile. And as you're going, you're filling it up based on the icon and color. So color's location. So Australia, bug. The spider would then go into this bug slot for Australia. And I think if you fill a column or a row, you get a 5-point bonus. If you replace an exact tile, you can see there's 2 yellow lizards, yellow reptiles stacked there. You do that, then you get an endgame bonus point tile. It seems like another really approachable, really simple, just tile selection placement game.
Yeah, I didn't look too much at this one. I know you looked at it a little bit more, but yeah, the tile placement or tile selection seems pretty simple, and the artwork on this one looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the artwork of the last flip
the
captain one as well.
Yep.
But this definitely has a nice kind of I don't know if I'd say kind of a learning
Oh, yeah.
What would you call it? Something educational kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Which is good, I think.
Yeah. It looks good too. And I guess so is this like anything related to that? Whatever Darwin game. Darwin's
Journey. I don't believe so, but it came out like the same time and has very similar artwork. I don't know if it is different.
Any design?
Maybe it's the same designer.
Let's see. These. I don't see it, so likely not. But maybe. So that's immediately what it made me think of. So I'm like, what is this, like a smaller version of it? But it appears that it's not. And then Sky Team is a game that we know a lot about. And we have been talking a lot about this one and saying it should win every single award because we absolutely love it. Co-op game, 2-player only co-op game, which you are, one's the captain, one's the co-captain, and you're rolling dice, and no one knows what the other player rolls, and you're assigning them to slots on this board to keep the plane from crashing, from tilting too far and going too fast and running into other planes. Just managing a ton of different aspects. We love this game. We've talked about it. We've done a playthrough of it on Board Game Arena, and we've posted that, so you can check out that content. But yeah,
you can see where we predict the Board Game Golden Geek Awards, where we predict it to win like all of them, and then we also have the who actually won all of them. You can go check out if we were right, if you don't already know. But yeah, that one is one that is, I guess Captain Flip has different boards where there's the difficulty. I don't know about in the Footsteps of Darwin if you can change difficulty levels there at all. And then Sky Team has, I think we played just the beginner scenario, but that one has levels of things you can add to it in different scenarios that really get to be pretty difficult. So that one, I think, is a pretty large range of, if you're doing the first one, it's maybe more approachable versus when you start doing the other one, that could get to be a lot for some people. Yeah, I would say so. I would say even in the base game, that's definitely a lot thinkier, especially for certain minds. I think it's a lot crunchier than Captain Flip. And the way that I think it's been skewing lighter, especially for the lighter of the 2 categories, which both have been skewing lighter in recent years. It does feel slightly out of place in this category. I feel like this could be the Kennerspiel
just
Yeah.
another step up. So I think that's gonna hurt its chances to win this, as well as being a two-player only game.
Hmm.
It's not really like, oh, for the whole family, for two at a time of the family. Probably going to hurt it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree that both. I was thinking that same thing on what was going to hurt that. First off, yeah, it should have been the other one, I think. And I personally think that this one is exactly a uh, Kinderspiel des Jahres winner, is what it
Yeah,
should be. I think it's a great, great game. Uh,
it is.
said you can go check out our stuff. We really love this game. Uh, and yeah, I think it really deserves it. I don't know that it has any chance here.
Yeah,
And yeah, maybe because it's two player, I don't know if it can really win any of them. I don't know. I guess I didn't look back to see if any two-player game has won in the past. I don't know which ones are two-player only games, but yeah,
yeah, I don't think
know.
so.
Yeah, I don't know if it
Maybe
would have
Seven
won.
Wonders Duel might have won it. Ways
Oh, that's true. That's true. That one maybe could have.
when that was.
Yeah, I don't know. Would that have been after King Domino? Not sure, but yeah, that's probably the only other one that I could think of that would have had a chance of being two-player only and would have won. But yeah, and then aside from these three, there were some recommended ones, which they always do,
Yeah,
and one of them is Harmonies, which is like the extremely, extremely hot game right now. I
yeah,
haven't looked at it at all, uh, so I don't really I don't know how it plays really. I
yeah,
thought I've heard like maybe things of Cascadia or something. I
yeah.
don't
It
know if
kind of
that's true.
looks like Cascadia, just building different landscapes and maybe putting kind of tokens representing animals onto the board, or different shapes and combinations. Maybe is what I make of it. Looks really nice. I like
Yeah,
the
it
artwork.
looks like it'd be pretty fun.
Pretty
But yeah,
cool.
if it is anything like that, I can see why, since Cascadia has one already, if it is
Yeah,
kind of similar in gameplay, I can see why they wouldn't want to put that up and potentially
yeah,
have another one be kind of the same exact or very similar gameplay.
yeah.
But yeah, this one is definitely really hot. I hope to try it at some point. So I don't know, maybe a lot of people are going to be really disappointed that that one wasn't, because I think I think I'd heard many people say, "Oh, this should have a chance at the Spiel."
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't know, Pashnikt, uh,
Don't know
and
that.
then Phantom Ink.
Phantom
I
Ink.
have a copy. I got a copy of it from Barnes and Noble
Oh, you
on
did.
their clearance
Oh, I
section.
was very excited about this one. I'm glad that you
I
did end
remember
up
you.
getting it.
That was the only reason I got it was I remember you bringing it up once, and I was like, "Well, it's at their clearance." But I guess I don't actually know how it plays. I just know you had brought it up,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
this one is it's there's a an answer that two spirits have. So you're in two teams, and each team has a spirit, and both the spirits have the same answer that their teams are trying to guess. And the other members of the team have these questions, which would be like, what color is it? So they'll show two questions to their personal spirit. That spirit will choose one, show which question they are answering to their team. The opponent team does not know what the question is, and then the spirit starts answering by writing out the word one letter at a time until their teammates say, "Okay, we think we know what answer you're giving to us," and then they stop them from typing or stop them from writing that word.
hmm,
Um, so the opponents don't know the question, but they know a little bit of the answer, and that just
yeah,
seemed kind of cool, kind of like a Ouija board type of way of having a little deduction party game.
yeah. I'm hoping this will be a good hit once I get it to the table. But yeah, I have not had a chance to play it yet. Uh, Shots it if you can. Um,
I don't know that one.
it's interesting that you know that one.
I do not know that one.
Oh, I do not know that one either. Um, Interesting. I think that's a German word and then a bunch of English words.
Yeah, it was
And then
interesting.
we've got this is another one right here that I think is a this I think is Spiel des Jahres. I do
It
not
is.
know why this one was not nominated here. Uh, Considering I think Sky Team has no chance. Like I personally
Yeah,
would probably put Sky Team in before this, but I think this one would actually have a chance. So I would rather have this one in. as
Yeah,
one of the three actual nominees. Because I
yeah.
think
This one,
this is Spiel des Jahres. I think is I don't know.
from the first time, like playing this and seeing this, I think a lot of people were talking like this just feels like a Spiel des Jahres winner. I mean, it's very approachable, it's
Great production.
beautiful, it's educational, it's pretty affordable. I I don't know. It's just such a perfect package. You're going through history. It's kind of like a set collection game as you're
Racco.
trekking through history, trying to align the different periods in time in chronological order to create a large set of cards. It's Racco, pretty much. You just want a large line of cards, but I don't
Mhm.
know. It's just something. This is like a go-to for these mechanisms, I think. Uh,
Yeah, definitely a family game. I'm kind of shocked that this one was. I mean, it's good that it's recommended, but I'm
yeah,
shocked that it was in the recommended and didn't make it all the
I
way
don't
as
know
just a
how because
nominee.
it's so popular too.
Yeah, I don't
Been
know.
very popular, and I that one does blow my mind a little bit. Like I didn't even know that. I know it takes a while to become available. I think over in Germany is what
Mhm.
they do here because I was surprised it was on there. I'm like it's been out a while, but it is just getting available there. And if it's eligible, I think it should be in the three. But
I agree. And then I feel like
oh,
I've heard Prio maybe a little bit, but I don't know much about it. I think it's a card game.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, I
don't
don't
know
know
much about this
much about
one,
that.
but
So yeah, I would
yeah,
say
card
that
game's fun.
Trekking Through History or Sky Team should definitely win this. I would say Trekking Through History of all these is the best fit. But of these
Hmm.
three, I do prefer Sky Team. But I mean, I don't know what's actually going to take it. I've heard a lot. Some people say, or the one person, I think, what is it, Game Boy Geek? I think he thought that the Footsteps of Darwin was going to take it. And I'm like, it's the one
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know anything about. And if other people are saying that one might take it, it definitely could. I think it's equally approachable, probably to
Hmm.
Captain Flip. So I think it's a coin flip, probably between those two.
I would agree.
Darwin seems like to have just maybe a little more it factor with the art. Just feels a little
Feels
more
a little bit more
prestigious.
classy. Now, that's what I'm gonna pick just based on that. But yeah, personally, I would pick Sky Team. But I guess I would first move Sky Team into the Kennerspiel nominee and move Trekking through history into this one, and then Trekking would win.
Yes, that's what we recommend. And to a Kennerspiel, we have played or own all of these games. We also just played Daybreak on Board Game Arena, so check that out as well. Let us know if you want us to play that one in a try before you buy or something.
Hmm.
And we own the Guild of Merchant Explorers and have played
And I
that
played
one.
it.
And we own Ticket to Ride to Legacy, Legends of the West, but have not played it. But we have played base game Ticket to Ride, and I think that's all we need to know about
And
that.
just assume it's going to be better, or it's going to
Yes,
bring it to the next level. Uh, so yeah, Matt Leacock has got two nominees here.
he does. He does. So yeah, Daybreak is you're pretty much trying to reverse climate change, and you're it's a big tableau kind of builder, and you have a bunch of cards with effects and symbols on the top, and you're stacking them and tucking them underneath each other to boost those symbols and make the actions more and more valuable to kind of reduce your dirty energy and increase your clean energy and get rid of emissions and all that and stay alive long enough to start tipping it in your favor so that you do not keep increasing the temperature. I think because yeah, you start out like making like because you have some trees and water that reduce your emissions, but you have way more
Hmm.
that produce the emissions. And once you get that tilting the other way, you end up winning the game. We just played this one. I like it. I like the cards and how you can sometimes get a really powerful action based on what you have in the stack.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, you played a
Don't.
couple times solo, so you played
Yeah,
a couple more times. I did. I only played the one time, but yeah, I thought overall from what I was able to do in mine, just kind of building some of those strong action uh, pieces where I had a bunch of the same symbol and was able to activate a card multiple times. I thought that was really fun. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I feel like there was a couple things going on that uh,
yeah,
I didn't fully understand. I feel like I just kind of we went through and played it. You explained it a little bit to me, and then like sometimes uh, wasn't
yeah,
exactly sure what was going on, but
yeah,
I was able to figure out myself how to get rid of all my carbon whatever
yeah,
and totally go green, 100% green in my buildings. So I thought I
yes,
did pretty good on that. I felt like that was pretty cool, but at
yeah,
the same time, I was like, I don't know that it was my I don't know top game of all time. I don't know that I would have nominated it for an award, I guess, but it was good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it just felt so different that it would be nominated, but it was good. Guild of Merchant Explorers, on the other hand, I've only played this one once, I believe. I believe you've played it a few times
I
more.
played it a few times. Yeah. So yeah, this one I guess reminds me, I don't know why, but a little bit of Kingdom Builder and then a little bit of uh what would I call it? Some of the flip and right games like Silver and Gold,
Oh, yeah.
uh, or things like that, where you've got certain ones coming out. This one you've got uh kind of different things coming out each time, and they're all going to come out, and then you're going to have like special cards that change, that kind of mix it up from player to player, make it a little bit more variable. And each time that one's triggered, you will get to do that special ability. And you're kind of building out on this map of these different land terrain types, trying to get out to like the towers and cover up treasures and get some coins as well, which are points. Um, and then at the end of each round, after all of the cards have been played, all the different land types or whatever, uh, then you will clear all the cubes away so you can build. I don't remember what the name of them are, but like your houses, and you can leave those out there. You can see them on the left side of that board, and then you can kind of start from those locations the next time. But otherwise, I think you can. It's been a little bit since I've played it, but I think you can start from those ones. Otherwise, maybe you'd start from the beginning again. But uh, yeah, so yeah, you can see here, you know which ones are going to be played here. You've got all these cards, and then once it's played, it's on top of that little board there. Then you got one, two, three for the different rounds. Um, I think this one is really pretty solid. Uh, I think this is more of around the weight that this one has maybe been recently. I would say that this one
Yeah,
isn't too heavy, but there maybe is a little bit of uh, I could see people not liking or maybe being a little confused by when the buildings or when your little things come off the board at the end of the round. Like you feel like you've done a lot, but if you haven't actually gotten like buildings placed, you just lose
yeah,
all that progress. I could see how that could be maybe not so satisfying,
yeah, yeah. I could see
but
that.
I
I,
like this one quite a bit.
yeah, I like it quite a bit as well. And there was a good bit of hype, which hype isn't everything, but we're trying to make predictions. It's a little bit. Uh,
But that one's an older one too, so I think this one must have just been come through there.
yeah, yeah, I think that's a good one too. Then Ticket to Ride Legacy Legends of the West. Probably not going to look at too many images of this one since it is a legacy game, but I
True.
assume you're starting. I think here's the starting map that you have piece, and you're adding more throughout the campaign, putting stickers and customizing things as usual legacy games work. And if this can do to Ticket to Ride what Pandemic Legacy did to Pandemic or Clank Legacy did to Clank, then I think this is probably going to be my favorite of the three for sure. Nominees.
I would agree. I
An
would agree.
icon, I would say. Iconic game.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll really enjoy this one. Uh, I think maybe the worst part is I feel like the more affordable one option would be Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Oh, yeah.
just because I'm guessing this is gonna still cost 80, 90, $100. So that'll be, I don't know if that could hold some people back if it were to win from buying it even. But yeah, I'm hoping to really, really enjoy this one. I'm hoping it'll be my favorite one, my favorite Ticket to Ride, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't disappoint. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably enjoy this one quite a bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I think so. And I don't know, does a legacy game win the Kennerspiel, the Jahres?
I really don't know. It's This one's a little tough. I guess personally, well, I haven't played the Ticket to Ride Legacy, but
Yeah.
I think I would probably pick that one or Guild of Merchant Explorers.
No,
The Guild of Merchant Explorers also does not have the greatest name. I will say that.
no, it does
I
not.
don't know. I don't know if that plays into this at all. Daybreak is fine, but I don't know. I don't think it's as good personally.
I think the theme wise might be attractive to get a
That's
lot
true.
of votes.
Yeah,
But
it's a
yeah,
good
I don't
theme.
know. Ticket to Ride, do they feel like Ticket to Ride has enough accolades that they don't have to give it this, or do they feel, because it's all about feeling, it's not about quality of game, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess with these other ones here, Pepper, these
Oh yeah,
other uh, ones that were recommended, we've got Beer Pioneer, uh, Botanicus,
Telemachus,
Forest Shuffle, and Ritual.
which I don't know this
I
one.
saw Beer Pioneer. I mean, I haven't played it, haven't heard anything about this one, but it looks like my style of game. I thought that looked pretty good,
Yeah, get
personally.
some barrels. Barrels are always nice.
So I'm hoping that one will maybe be pretty
Yeah.
good if it's on here, but I don't know anything about that one. Let me know in the comments below if you know of some of these because I don't know this one either.
Oh boy,
This one also looks good
that looks like a Zach game as
to
well.
me. So yeah, both these first two I think look really good. And then
Ritual,
Ritual, I wasn't
so
as interested in this one
a
personally.
little different, a little abstract maybe.
No.
Um,
But then we
and
have
then
played the other Forest Shuffle on Board Game Arena.
this is a really good game. I like this one a
It is
lot.
a good game. It is pretty solid. And I think this one could have definitely been nominated for this Kennerspiel as well. I guess would you have picked this one, not knowing
Um,
what Ticket to Ride Legacy would become, if it was that instead of Daybreak? Because I know you like Forest Shuffle a good amount.
I do like Forest Shuffle. I don't know what I'd pick in that case. I still want to go Ticket to Ride just because I think it's an it factor. It has something special about it. With Forest Shuffle, I'm like, okay, it feels like a replacement of Earth, which is a replacement of Ark Nova, which is a replacement of Terraforming Mars, similar card play things, which I guess
Wow.
Ticket to Ride is going to be very similar to existing games already, being a Ticket to Ride
Mm-hmm.
game. Maybe if I played for it, maybe it was right after playing Forest Shuffle that first time or first couple times, I might have picked it. But right now, I'd probably still maybe go Ticket to Ride Legacy just because I'm surprised how much people seem to really love it. Because I was like, okay, this is like 10 years past when Ticket to Ride Legacy should have come out. And I was like, this is
That's
just
true.
going to be a huge disappointment. But people have really talked great things about it, or a few people at least that I've heard. So it's
Mhm.
just getting me more and more excited about it. I'm like, this must actually be great.
Yeah, I'm hoping it will be. I think I'd probably, yeah, without playing it, I'd probably pick the Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Yeah,
But if I was actually making a prediction, I'd probably go Ticket to Ride. That's
yeah,
probably what they'll pick. Um, but
yeah.
yeah,
Give it a look.
they really should have put Air Force Sky Team.
Guy
I
team.
always want to call it Air something, and I just gets in my head, and I'm like, it's not Air what? Air what? Nope, Sky Team. Should have been Sky Team in here, and then it should have won. I would have definitely picked that. I think over Ticket to Ride Legacy without playing it.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so too. So our picks for Kennerspiel are Sky Team, and the Spiel is Trekking Through History.
We'll see
Uh,
if we're right.
yeah, it's we'll see.
Let us
I
know
don't
your
know.
picks below. If you've made it this far, we appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up and let us know which ones you think are going to win. We don't really know too much about these. Is it the Kinderspiel? These are more children style games. What do we got? Uh, Edelstein? No. Gross Klein Edelstein and Die Magischen Schusel and Taco Kitten Pizza.
Got a Wolfgang Warsch design here. I know I do like a lot of his games. But I mean,
Has he
tacos
won
and
the Spiel yet?
kittens and I'm not sure. Forget
I don't remember. Did Gons win?
Gans had. Did he do the Mind as well? Did that
He might
win?
have. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Uh,
forget.
but yeah, anything by Wolfgang Warsch, I think would probably be pretty good. But
I'll
yeah,
go with this middle one.
Taco Kitten Pizza. Yeah,
Magic.
any of these could be good. Any of
Magic.
these could be solid, but I don't know too much about those ones. But yeah, like I said, let us know your picks below. I'm excited to eventually find out who's going to win these ones. I think we're gonna also we should know by the end of this week what who's been nominated for Dice Tower Awards. So we'll probably do a reaction to that as well. If you want to see that, subscribe to the channel. Let us know below you're excited about it or not excited, and we'll do it anyway. Uh, but, but otherwise, we hope to see you on our other videos. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.